As many Australians celebrate Christmas, hundreds of people in Darwin attended a memorial event to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Cyclone Tracy. Cyclone Tracy devastated Darwin, flattening the region and traumatising many people who were there at the time. More than, or at least 66 people died in Cyclone Tracy, some who were crushed in their homes and others who were on our Darwin shores. The memorial event was a bittersweet one. There were stories being shared, moments of tears and grief, but also some lighter moments where people remembered the times of recovery and resilience and the way that people really just worked with what they had. You know, there were stories of after the cyclone of people using shovels to stir pots of stew and firefighters having to wear thongs, not having their full gear on. So there were moments of laughter and joy. And of course, it would be amiss to not mention that at this event, Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, attended and said a few words. We'll hear from him now.
We think of their families, for whom every Christmas means revisiting that grief. And we remember all the survivors, so many of whom honour us with their presence here this morning. People who spent those days after Christmas as part of the biggest peacetime evacuation in Australian history. And people who still carry the pain and trauma of those days, because in the words of one, Tracy doesn't go away.
At this memorial event, we also saw the unveiling of a monument. It was called 5 Decades, 5 Flowers Forever Remembered. Those flowers were frangipanis, which are an icon of Darwin. They're said to symbolise the beauty of Darwin, but also its resilience and its strength. We could see at the memorial event that people were looking around on these flower statues, these frangipani monuments, to see the names of loved ones who were lost in Cyclone Tracy. There were people who didn't know each other but were embracing and sharing tears together because they had that shared experience of having lost someone they loved dearly in Cyclone Tracy.
I lived in Darwin for 43 years. And we left a little while ago, 7 years ago. And I've been back a couple of times, but today was different. There was the whole atmosphere was different because of the reason we were here.
The event, which took place in East Point, just a couple kilometres behind me, was very well attended and I think really resonated with the survivors. It represented their feelings of trauma and difficulty that they had at the time, and it really brought together this sense of community. During it, Anthony Albanese said there's no other place that a PM should be than here in Darwin, and I think it's fair to say that that not only resonated with the attendees of that event, but it resonates with the sentiment of the Darwinian people as they commemorate a very difficult but important event.